Endling Extinction is Forever is an indie adventure survival game that was released in 2022 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC, then later released in 2023 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and mobile. It was a free PS Plus game in July 2023, which is how I ended up owning and playing it. The story is set on a semi-post-apocalyptic Earth where humans have destroyed most of the environment. The character you play as is a mother fox, the very last fox on Earth, who gives birth shortly after finding a safe spot to make a den from a burning forest. One of her cubs is taken by a scavenger, and the story revolves around trying to keep her other cubs alive while looking for the missing one. There is absolutely no dialogue at all in this game, but it doesn't need it. It immediately pulls you in right when the fox has her babies. You can change their fur patterns to make them unique, and you will quickly grow attached to them. The first few days are mostly a tutorial of how to play the game. You'll learn how to hunt and forage to make sure the babies are well fed. The gameplay is side-scrolling, but is 3D rather than 2D. It makes the world feel a lot bigger than if it were just 2D. There is a meter for the fox's hunger, and you need to find food for them. You can either hunt wild animals or look for fruit or trash to feed them. Hunting is harder since you usually need to track down the animal and then sneak up on it to catch it. You have a time limit of the whole night before you need to return home, but I've stayed out way past night, and the only thing that happens is it gets easier to get spotted by humans. The enemies in this game are humans, hunters and scavengers. They have motives for catching the fox and will hunt her down relentlessly, but it is easy to outrun them. The hardest part of the game is when food is scarce and you're running against the clock to make sure your cubs don't starve. After the tutorial, the cubs will begin following you. This stressed me out at first because I was worried that they would get grabbed by enemies. Luckily, the humans ignore the babies, and the only enemy you have to worry about is the owl. Owls will swoop down and try to take one of the cubs, but you can sneak past them or fight them off. For the most part, the cubs don't cause any trouble, but there are some areas they can't cross by themselves and will stay put. The story takes place over the course of 30 nights, with each one becoming harder than the previous one. The environment around you changes as the humans destroy the forest for their factories. You will find a couple allies, however, in the form of a little girl named Molly and a badger if you choose to help her out. This isn't a happy game, and I cried at the end. If you're sensitive to animals dying, this game will probably be too much for you. It's a beautiful story, but heartbreaking. The artwork is somewhat simple, but very effective. The environments are rich and nice to look at, when they haven't been destroyed by humans. The foxes are adorable, and I loved them so much. The whole game is gorgeous, and it's something that I feel is an important experience, but it's so sad. It's a really good game, and if you want to have your heart broken, give this one a try. I guarantee you won't be able to finish it without crying, unless you don't have a soul. Thank you for watching the video. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more content. Tell me if you think you would be able to play this game or not, because, yeah. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon, where I don't really post anything. I have a Twitch and a Redbubble and other stuff that I need to work more on, and, yeah, thank you for watching.